everybody. Welcome back to Popping the Popcorn. I'm your host, Katie, and today I have my good friend, director Jake Dolly from Clay Zombies. How you doing, Jake?
I'm doing awesome, Katie, aka K-pop with popping the popcorn. I'm really excited to be here.
I'm excited for you to have on. It's good to see you again, my friend.
Yeah, happy to be here. I'm having fun. I think after that cool music you've got on the title, everybody should be energized and ready to go.
Right, exactly. Well, that video took me a little bit to make. My friend JT, he actually redid my video because I took. The funny thing is I took gifs. You know what those are, gifs or however you say them,
Yeah,
and
gifs
I
or
just
gifts
put
or
them
whatever.
together and made it. And then he made a cleaner cut version for me,
Oh,
and
that's
so that's
nice.
what that is. Yeah.
It's very cool. You got a lot of cool movies in there.
Thank you. Yeah, those are all my favorite movies, so I had to put them in there.
Yeah.
Besides your movie, it's one of my favorites too.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That's so nice to say. Look at all my. You got the Blu-ray out. Oh my gosh, so
Yep.
shiny.
And then the back, and then all the bonus features. I love when directors do all that, get the like bonus features and stuff. And then I love the cover you did for it too.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's Sandy in the center there, the dog they try to rescue and all that. So, yeah, I tried to pack it full of the special features. I love watching Blu-rays and then watching the special features after. So I tried to just cram it full of those bonus content.
Me too. I like it because you may not know something, you might find a fun fact about movies, and everybody knows that I love my fun facts. So
Yeah, it's yeah, like every year I'll watch the Warriors and then I'll watch all the special features after.
hey, it's fun. Movies are fun. They're life for people like us, I should say.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
they're. Mhm.
so yeah, I love movies. They just take you out of the real world for a little while, I think.
That's right. And or even just give you a better perspective of the real world once you get back too, you know?
Exactly. Um so Jake, tell us a little bit about your little short that's coming out soon.
So, recently, well, not too recently, but Clay Zombies, the feature film, is out on Tubi and Amazon and Apple and all these other platforms. And I felt like there was more stories to tell there, and I wanted to get work with the cast again and have a blast with them. And I've just been so busy lately. I was like, how could we do something together again? And I started to get an idea for a Christmas special or a holiday special. And
Mhm.
so this holiday special will be like, yeah, between like 15 to 20-minute short film that takes place after the movie. Uh, it's gonna feature gratuitous clay violence again, zombies getting their heads blown up, and even more weapons this time. There's a young lady who uses a trumpet as a weapon,
Oh
and
wow.
I
It's gonna
tried
be
to.
even crazier than Clay Zombies, it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm going for it. I love the holiday movies. I've always liked Krampus, so Krampus is making a special guest appearance in there too, and uh, just bring the cast back. They're used to the clay apocalypse now, so they're able to kind of relax
Mhm.
more, make more jokes and stuff. So I'm hoping it'll be just a lot of fun for people, maybe after Thanksgiving or whenever before the holidays, to just sit down and
Mhm. I'll
have some fun.
probably watch it just as much as I watch Clay Zombies. Because now it's a cult classic in my opinion. Clay Zombies a cult classic in my opinion for me, so I watch it all the time.
Oh gosh, Katie, that's so nice of you to say. Yeah, thank you. I,
Yeah.
that's really nice to say. I hope so. I hope it becomes something like, I have a lot of Christmas things I like to watch every year. Like I have a list.
Mhm.
You know, the one I always have to watch is the stop motion Rudolph, though. But
Oh yeah, I love that one. That
yeah,
one's a fun one.
it's got really good music and it's just it's nice.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping it'll, maybe make it in a few people's rotations where every Christmas they'll be like, I'll put on that fun little Clay
Mhm.
Zombies Christmas short,
Right. Are you gonna have a tagline like you did in Clay Zombies, or are you gonna keep the same tagline?
For this one, it'll be clay zombies don't touch the clay for a happy holiday.
Oh,
So
nice. I like that. Yeah, because then the Clay Zombies, the tagline is, uh, what is the tagline?
uh, touch the clay, you're gonna have a bad day.
Yes, you'll turn into a zombie if you touch the clay.
That's right. You don't want to do that. That is,
No.
you don't want to get bit by them. You don't want to touch them.
Mm-mm.
It's a disaster if you do.
Right? Um, so do you have a favorite part about making clay zombies Christmas or clay zombies? Do you have a favorite part for both?
Um, yeah, I really love getting to. I enjoyed writing it a lot because I really like the characters in Clay Zombies. I mean, I like all of them, even the villains. So getting to write and spend time with them again is really fun. And then once it's written, I love getting with the cast again and seeing what they like about the
Mhm.
script. And pretty much all my cast loves to improv, and they start doing stuff that's really funny too. I didn't even think of, so it's fun to see their ideas. And um, so I mean, I really do enjoy all of it. And I besides the filming and writing though, I really enjoy editing too, just going through the footage and sprucing things up
Mhm.
um, and finding new ways to maybe tell the story that I didn't think of when I was filming. It's it's all pretty interesting and fun in my opinion.
Right? Well, it shows in your work when you do it because you're the man of all things because you wrote it, you direct it, and you edit it and make the claymation. So you do everything. You're a one man show.
Yeah, it's that's if you want to make something bad enough, that's kind of what you got to do. It's kind of I'm sure you understand. Having to run your own YouTube channel and with all these cool, shows you do, and then you've got to advertise for it yourself and make your graphics. I
Mhm.
mean, it's very similar. It's just if you want to make it happen enough and you love it enough, that's just kind of what you got to do.
Right? But yeah, I like your writing style because it's very unique and you make like your writing style you make all the characters lovable, even the ones that are evil.
Yeah, thanks. It's kind of funny. It's like Amelia wasn't really supposed to be, the main villain from the last one wasn't supposed to be that likable,
Mhm.
but I think Gabe as a person is just too likable, so that just ends up
Mhm.
coming on screen too. So even though he's doing horrible things, it's like you can't help but like him,
Right.
And
So are you still working on the claymation for the Christmas movie? Short,
yes,
I should say.
yeah, it's so most of the footage is done and I'm just editing it. But yeah, as far as the claymation and special effects go, I've still got quite a bit quite a bit of work to do. And I knew I would. That's why I tried to start filming the Christmas special. I think we filmed like in January, so I was trying to give myself a lot of time just
Oh wow.
because I mean, yeah, it's like I still have the day job, so I can't work on this stuff full time. So it's like I'll give myself a lot of time, and and it's going quick. I mean, it's August, so I need to
Right.
get on it.
I'm sure you will. And I'm sure the weekends take up a lot of your time, and you have to still hang out with your family and stuff like that as well. So,
Yeah, the good thing is, I'm rolling. It's going at a good pace, and yeah, I'll definitely be done. There's some fun things we're trying to do too. I'm trying to push the limit here. I learned so much doing the claymation, doing the feature film that
mhm,
I'm trying to up the ante with cool, clay deaths and up in the
mhm,
special effects. And Krampus is going to do a lot of cool things. Try to make
mhm.
him like a magical, uh, crazy Christmas beast. I mean, I guess that's what he is. So
Who really knows what Krampus is? Because I watched the movies and I don't even really know what he is. He's some kind of alien or something.
that's right. Yeah, it's like the only thing you know for sure is he's either got like antlers and hooves or something, and that's like all I know.
Maybe he's like half. Maybe he's like a centaur, so he's like half goat, half man, or something.
That would oh, that makes sense. A lot of the pictures look like that, something like that. Yeah.
So who really knows? So what kind of research do you do when you wrote the movies and everything? Did you do a lot of research on it to like see if anybody else did like kind of like what you did, or did you just come up with it in your head?
Um, well, I had done a little sci-fi short where I had some live action actors running from a mud monster that I'd done with clay and stop motion. And I know there's a lot of older movies where they have stop motion puppets and live action actors and everything. Excuse me.
Hmm.
So when I was thinking about clay zombies, I was like, I wonder if anyone's ever done a spoof like that before, where they specifically call out like they are clay zombies, or the original title was claymation zombies, until I found out that claymation's a copyrighted word that you can't use, so I had to change it to clay zombies, which is fine. I like the title. I think the Fire Tiger song "Clay Zombies" goes way better than "Claymation Zombies" would,
Yeah,
but
I agree with you.
so yeah, I did. I Googled and YouTube to make sure that nobody else had done like a live action, film with
Mhm.
clay zombies, or anything like that before. Um, but I mean, that's the only kind of research I could say I really did was I mean, this was, I did some short films, but this was my first feature film. So I read a couple books, I read the Robert Rodriguez Rebel Without a Crew book on how to
That's a
do
great book.
filmmaking. Yeah, it really is. And, you know, the fact that he put himself through, medical experiments to make the money for his first movie shows how dedicated he was. He's cool. Um,
Hmm.
I watched a lot of zombie films I really love, and there's a lot of comedy movies and shows I liked. So I don't
Hmm.
know if I necessarily did research, but I had a lot of things that influenced the writing for sure.
Right. Well, I know you also have like you put a couple of your favorite movie references in there and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, I tried to squeeze in as many as I could. Like one fun one is my brother's name is Bill, and he plays the character Ted in the movie. And the reason his name is Ted is because his real name is Bill, so it's like Bill and Ted, like the movie Bill and
Hmm.
Ted's Excellent Adventure.
That's so funny. I did not know your brother was in the movie.
Yes, yeah, he plays the reported character Ted, and obviously since Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Better Off Dead are two of my favorite movies, I had to get Diane Franklin in there, or at least try to get her in there,
Mhm.
but it worked out. So
That's awesome you got her though. That was really cool. She's
yeah,
one
and
of my
she
favorite characters in the movie.
yeah,
You
and
get
I
her
mean,
back for Christmas special?
I don't think she'll make it back for the sequel, but or for the Christmas special. But I'm hoping if we get to do the feature film sequel that she'll be rejoining us.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Mhm. Hey, well, if you ever become a sequel, let me know. I'll come fly out and be an extra.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I will fire you an email away. We're getting rolling. It's time to come out, and
I'll stand in the background. I don't care.
yeah,
Just to
I
come
mean,
hang out with y'all on a live set.
personally, I've done a couple movies where I was an extra, and it's fun. Like,
Mhm.
I think so anyway.
I've been an extra when Burn Notice. I don't know if you're familiar with that show.
Yeah,
Burn Notice was in Miami, and one of my best friend's sisters wrote for the show, so I got to be an extra in a couple episodes of Burn Notice.
oh, that's really cool. Yeah,
But you can't like really see me because I'm like in the background, so you can't really see me. I'm like one of the people like they're at like a restaurant or something, and I'm like in the background eating like a sandwich or something.
hey, still counts. Hey, you can say that you got to be in something that Bruce Campbell's in. I can't say that. Most people can't say
Right?
that. Everybody
But
loves Bruce Campbell.
but yeah, and I'm sure everybody had fun because you seem like a really like nice person, and I'm sure when you're in directing mode, people are like, I'm sure you didn't have any moments where you were yelling at people because I've heard of directors yelling at people.
No, I don't, I don't, I try to I try to keep it a very collaborative environment. Everyone in my cast or even on the crew, I respect all of them so much. I think they're all very smart and cool, and they're all very kind too. And I think everyone feeling comfortable to share ideas and collaborate is how
Hmm.
you're going to get the best product. If like I walk on set every day and I'm like, everything I wrote is the best thing that could possibly be written, and every decision I'm making about this film is the best
Hmm.
decision that could be made, uh, you're going to miss out on some cool ideas, because there's
Right.
there's lots of times someone would come up with an improv line that was really funny that we put in. I mean, I can't tell you how many in the first Clay Zombies were just something somebody improv or came up with that day.
Hmm.
But we have a lot of fun. The 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 only thing I think they would say is I'm kind of running around like a busy bee. Usually while we're filming, I don't get to hang out like the cast does because I'm so busy adjusting lights or figuring out the next camera angle for the next shot or whatever we got to do. So
Right. You just need an assistant. That's all.
that's right. That's
You
right.
just need an assistant to go get you coffee and be like, "Hey,
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, get me
just hire
coffee.
me. I'll be your assistant. Just hire me." No, I'm kidding. But no. So, what are some of your favorite characters that you put into the Christmas special that is in Clay Zombies?
Oh gosh. Um, I think I love. Uh, oh gosh, I just love all the characters so much that it's kind of hard for me to decide. But I do. Um, I just have a lot of fun watching them all kind of react to. So the character from the last movie, Chad. Um,
Oh yeah, he's one of my favorite characters.
yeah, he's missing Christmas in the short film. So he's talking about Christmas, and they're like, "Who cares about Christmas? We're all just trying to survive this clay apocalypse. We don't care about that." And they end up meeting this woman, April, who's caring for this other character named Little Sammy. And Little Sammy does not believe in Santa. He doesn't believe in Christmas. He's a
Hmm.
very jaded kid. And Chad tries to rally everybody up
Hmm.
and convince them, like, hey, let's get together and make this Christmas the best Christmas ever, so maybe this little Sammy will believe in Santa and Christmas spirit and presents.
Hmm.
So it was just a lot of fun to bring back, you know Jessica and Timothy, and see how they react to Chad talking about Christmas. And Chad asked Sheriff Locke to put on a Santa suit, and just his reaction
Hmm.
to that when he's normally just shooting zombies in the head, and he's
Right.
not used to being asked to put on a Santa suit. And
I
um,
saw that in the trailer. I was like, "What?"
yeah, yeah. And then of course Kristoff is facing off against uh, Kristoff's facing off against Krampus, so that was a lot of fun to write. So there's a lot of cool stuff, and there's some new characters too. Some
Oh,
surprise
I'm
new characters that are
excited.
a lot of fun.
I'll tell you what my new favorite character is when I watch it.
Okay, awesome.
Because
Yeah, I love to.
I always tell you.
That's right. That's right. I think
I always tell Jake, "Hey Jake, I like this new character when I watch the movie," or something like that. Or I tell him about a scene and he's like, "Oh, you like that scene?"
yeah, yeah.
I always message him about the movie. I'm sorry. I
No,
bothered
it's
you.
fun. I always like seeing what your thoughts and things like that. I think it's really fun.
You know, that's what you get for having a director as a friend because you can talk to him about anything, like their movie or any kind of movies, really.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, it's. I guess I do kind of offer a unique take on things, film wise.
You do, but it's fun, unique because like if we were all like I put it this way, if we were all different, I mean, if we were all the same, we would all be boring. So it's nice that we all have different uniqueness and different things that we like.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's so cool. I mean, just like I know kind of about film and that kind of stuff, but you've taught me a lot about like the YouTube community and all these cool things you've got going on with these different shows and all the other members of your cool community have going on too. So it's like I've learned a lot about YouTube and I've got to see a lot of cool movies you've reviewed or other people have reviewed I have no idea about. So it's pretty cool.
It's an amazing community because I say it's all welcoming and anybody can join. Anybody can message Jake as well if you guys want to interview him as well. Anybody can message him on Instagram. He's there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Happy to talk and just honestly always hoping that people will check out
Hmm.
the film and get a kick out of it,
Right.
and have some laughs and all that
Hmm.
kind of
Did you
fun
draw
stuff.
the movie cover? Did you draw this movie cover, or did you just like uh do it, or did you get somebody to do it?
So I had a friend, his name's James Lau, and he he is like this awesome artist. And I met him, gosh, probably more than 10 years ago when I used to be in a little indie band, and he and I knew he was a really good artist. So when I was making this movie, I reached out to him and he did the poster. He's really cool. His name's James, and I believe it's like space LUA, and
Hmm.
he's on Instagram. He does a lot of cool art. He's done art for all kinds of like cool companies. I think Disney, all kinds of things.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, yeah, he's
I wasn't
really
sure if you
talented.
went on like Canva and did it yourself or what.
Yeah,
The movie
that
cover.
that'd be awesome. If I could draw that good, I would probably just try to be a poster artist for a living or something.
Right. So what kind of clay do you use for the zombies? Do you use just like regular clay or what?
um, yeah, I've used Sculpey in the past, and then I've used gosh, I can't even remember the brand names. I ended up just
There's
buying
so
like
many.
yeah, yeah. I usually buy like the softer clay. It's like Sculpey, but there's a cheaper version I buy on Amazon, and I can't remember what it's called. But I've bought like 20-pound
Hmm.
giant green blocks of the clay.
How long does it take you to sculpt the clay zombie?
To sculpt the clay zombie, not too long. I mean, just depends on like what kind I'm making. If I'm making one that's just going to be on the screen, for like 30 seconds and its head's just going to explode, I might take like, yeah, like, well, so the process would take longer, but I already have like the armature body built, which goes inside the clay. So a lot of
Hmm.
times I'll just take a body and reuse it and put clay on top of it. So it's not that long of a process to make them. And then that one dies and I animate its head getting exploded and then I remake it into a new one.
Well, that's really cool though. I think it's neat how you make your own little stop motion. Did like Mary Poppins or something like that also get you like to do it? Because back in the day, Mary Poppins was like kind of like one of those type of movies as well. It's like cartoon and real life.
Um, Not Mary Poppins specifically. I never really got to watch that as a kid or anything. It was kind of more like um, the Ray Harryhausen movies where they've got like the stop motion creatures and the live action actors.
Hmm.
And one I thought of the other day that I haven't given enough credit to, but was definitely like things like Pee Wee's Playhouse, where he would have like
Oh yeah.
cartoons and puppets and
Hmm.
claymation.
Right.
And it wasn't till the other day when Paul Rubens unfortunately passed away that I was
Yep.
like,
Rest in peace, Paul Rubens.
yeah, you are truly the man, and thank you so much for Pee Wee's Big Adventure and all your awesome stuff
Hmm.
you did. Uh,
Right.
so anyway, I think that was a big influence, and just things like that.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. And then once you do the clay zombies, how long does it take you to shoot them? Like, like with your camera and stuff.
Oh gosh, it just depends on the scene. Like one example I'll give you is from the main movie, Clay Zombies. There's a part where the sheriff puts a drill in one of the zombies' face, and I think taking the pictures and editing that took me like 16 hours, and it's only on the
Oh
screen for
wow.
like 4 seconds. But if it's just like a zombie's head exploding,
Mhm.
that might just take me like an hour. It just
Right.
depends.
Gotcha. I'm sure it takes a lot of time to do both because you have to edit the one and then and then put it all together.
Yeah, it's all about trying to match the lighting in the real life scene, and try to make sure it looks like it's really there,
Mhm.
and um, removing the blue screen because I take all the
Mhm.
pictures of the zombies in front of a blue screen. So taking the pictures, it does take a while, but I think the longer part is
Mhm.
setting up the lighting first and then getting rid of that
Right.
blue screen and trying to make it look like it's really in the shot.
Mhm. Do you do it in a studio or at your house?
I just have a room in my house where I've blacked out the windows because you want to make sure you have like complete control of the light
Mhm.
and do it there. Yeah, that studio would be great. That'd be awesome.
Right. Hey. Maybe you'll get picked up one day by the big wigs, and then you can have your own studio.
That would be really cool. Yeah,
But don't forget about us little
of
people.
course not. No
I
way.
like you know me. I like to joke around. So
Yeah, no, you'll have the K-pop studio will be like right next door. It'll be like I'll be
right,
animating zombies and you'll be doing the channel right there.
right,
And then
exactly. How fun would that be?
that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Well, we'll give Patrick another little office over
Right,
there. Him and to give the cheetah an office.
right. Yeah, that would be so cool. Right. I don't think I'd ever be that YouTube famous, but who knows?
That's right. You can't
Because
gotta
a lot of people
believe.
don't know that I do my videos all in one take because I don't know how to edit, so I do everything in one take.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I don't know how to edit, so when you see me do a movie review, it's all in one take.
Nice.
It's
Very
based off
cool.
of what I watched and then what I retained, and then the fun facts are what I Google. So there you go. Now you know my secret.
That's cool. Yeah, there's no there's no second takes. It's very dangerous. I
Well,
li-
I believe if you're doing something because you're a director, you're a writer, like I believe being authentic, being your authentic self, and that's me being my authentic self.
I think then that's what something people I think especially today they crave. They want the authentic. They don't want the boardroom approved corporate speak. They
Mhm.
want that true connection with someone who's flawed just like they are. So pretty cool.
Yeah, I say a lot in my videos and stutter sometimes. So there you go. It's unedited because I've noticed when you edit stuff out, especially on YouTube, you can tell that it's edited out.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not usually brave enough to do something where I know I don't have the safety of a cut or a take. So it's a brave new world.
Right. Well, I'm sure on set you have to say take a lot because some of the actors probably say something or whatever. I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah, it happens a lot. One thing the actors definitely get make fun of me about a lot is my one more for safety.
Oh, that's funny.
So we'll do a take that I think is pretty good, and then I'll say one more for safety, and then
Uh-huh.
sometimes I end up saying one more for safety a little too much. Definitely more than once more. So they tease me about that.
Well, I'm sure even Hollywood they go through that many takes too. I'm sure.
Yeah, some of those, I guess, some directors are really bad about it. They said like Stanley Kubrick made oh gosh, that nice lady's name isn't ringing a bell right now, but he made her do like 100 takes of that one scene where she's swinging the baseball bat, and
Oh, and in The Shining.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of her name at the moment either, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh, Shelley Duvall, that's it.
Yeah.
Uh, So, I mean, that seems to me a little extreme. But then, other people would say, "Well, you're not as good as Kubrick," and I'd be like, "Okay, that's probably true." So, yeah, that's a good point. But I would not want to make my actor do something 100 times. That's for sure.
Right. Well, I mean, like, you can get there. I mean, like, you are one of the so in the indie film world, you're one of the best directors that I know. So there you go.
Oh my gosh, Katie, thank you. That's really nice of you to say. Thanks for saying
You're welcome.
that.
And I'm not being biased, I promise.
You're nice. I appreciate you saying that.
Because I do watch a lot of indie films because I like to get indie film directors out there. And I watch a lot of Tubi movies because there's a lot of indie films on there. And I think everybody should give more credit to indie films because they're hardworking people like you.
Oh, thank you for saying that, and I agree. I like to, because it's extra cool, I think, when you're watching the lower budget movies on Tubi and you really like one, it's, like, extra rewarding, and then you kinda wanna get the word out where, I've seen some, like, one I really like is the Velocipaster.
Oh yeah, I love that one. You know the second one's coming out soon.
Yeah,
I'll
I
have to get you on
donated
the
to the
show so we could
Kickstarter.
talk about it sometime.
Oh, that'd be awesome, yeah. We should have, like, an episode where we talk about it after it comes out and stuff or something, or
Maybe
even like,
maybe I can find the director on Instagram and we can interview him
oh, that'd
together.
be cool. He seems like a really cool guy. Um, so I know the director from the first one wrote it, but I don't think he's directing it this time. I think he's having like one of I think the guy who did the cinematography on the first one is doing the directing on the second one. So, but I still think it'd be really cool, or maybe even if you could get one of the actors or something, that'd be cool too.
Mhm. Yeah, I really love that movie. That movie is like I watched that and your movie and stuff like that. That's actually a Wild Eye movie.
Yeah, yeah, and Wild Eyes got some cool, low budget indie movies, you know?
Yeah, they
Uh,
do. Maybe Wild Eye will pick you up.
yeah, yeah, maybe one day, we do some Wild Eye distribution, who knows?
You never know. Cuz Jake actually does all his movies himself. So he like the Blu-ray, he actually sent it to me. So he does all of it himself.
Yeah, 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 I really like all the aspects of the filmmaking and the distribution and, picking out the poster and,
Mhm.
some distribution companies don't even let you do that. Like they pick your poster and they make you change the title and all those different
Mhm.
things. So just kind of for this first movie, I was like, well, I really want to keep it true to me, so I'll just kind of keep control, But
Right. Yeah. Don't let anybody change it. Mm-mm.
that's right. Yeah.
If you do, I'm gonna yell at you. Be like, "What? What did you do?" No, okay. I would. I would be like, "What did you do, Jake?" Be like,
Yeah.
"Jake, this is not you. What did you do?"
That's right. Yeah, it's all corporate. It's
Yeah.
styrofoam zombies. I don't know. Something weird.
Right. Well, I'm sure if you do get a big label, I'm sure they'll want you to change some things on it or something like that. So.
I'm sure they would. They might think my humor is too quirky or whatever, and
Mhm.
I don't know, but
How did you get the movie on Tubi anyway?
um, I actually do I do have like a distributor. They're called Film Hub, but they don't really do physical media, so they get you on. They distribute it to the digital streaming platforms. They just don't do the physical
So you
releases.
had to buy the physical version of it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I produced those myself, uh, and that way, and able to keep control with that too. I worked with a
Mhm.
guy to make the menus uh,
Mhm.
the way I wanted, using different pictures and music, and just kind of try to put
Mhm.
the heart and soul into that
Mhm. Well,
into the disc.
it's a beautiful disc. I really like it. If you guys want to purchase the movie, you guys could go to clayzombies.com and you can purchase it. poor Jake. It'll help him
It,
out a lot. Go purchase the movie.
it'd be really cool. I'd appreciate it. Also on eBay, if people don't want to buy it from the website.
People are selling the movie on eBay.
No, I just put it on there
Oh,
because just in case, because on my website I don't really have the option to send it outside of the U.S., but on eBay I do, and things
oh,
like
okay,
that.
got
So
you.
yeah,
So yeah, so my US my overseas customers go to eBay
that's right.
and get it that way because I do have a couple of friends that are in London, England.
Oh, nice,
Hmm.
very cool.
Yeah, so all you guys over the pond, if you want the movie, go to eBay.
I'd appreciate it. It'd be cool. Like to see what people in you know in the UK, if they hope they like the movie. That'd be very cool. Who
Hmm.
knows? Maybe Clay Zombies do Europe or the UK could
Right?
be
You
next.
you you should do that. You should. Oh, excuse me. You should do that one time. Clay Zombies, like even if it's like a little short or something. Clay Zombies to the UK.
That'd be fun. I don't know if you saw it, Katie, but the trailer for the Daryl spinoff where he's going to
Yes.
France, didn't that look cool?
Yeah, it did. It looked really cool. Did you make that?
No, no, I just shared it because I thought it was such a good trailer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
seen it.
that's gonna be the next series with him. He's just gonna be in France doing stuff, I guess. I was like, this is cool.
Right? It's neat how like people like see movies like this and then they do stuff with their favorite characters and stuff. It's interesting.
Yeah, yeah, I think, and like I just watched The Walking Dead, Dead City, that one they did in New York, and it was
Mhm.
cool. It's like all they kind of really need to do is take these characters and put them in fresh, new settings, and
Mhm.
it gives it like a new life. It's kind of like fun and new again.
Yeah, it is. I agree with you. So did you where did you film the new movie? Did you film it in the house? In a house like a, or did you film it on a like set?
I filmed some of it um, at at a haunted house, Carnage haunted house, um, and then I filmed a part of it in my house. There's a narrator um, played by Becky Rue Conaway. She was in the last movie as Annister Delby, and she is like the fun narrator, you know. And so
Mhm.
we filmed that scene here, and then uh, some of the outside stuff was just various places.
Gotcha. Hey, that's okay. Hey, it still looks like the town of Clay Zombies. That's all that matters.
Yes, yeah, yeah. You gotta get places that look like they're in the clay apocalypse. That's key.
Mhm. Hey, they're still in the clay apocalypse if it's Christmas time too, right?
That's right.
It's all
It's a clay,
year long.
it's a clay apocalyptic Christmas.
Yep. The clay zombie's gonna go for on forever and ever. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, most likely. I don't think they'll find a cure, unfortunately.
Right? Who knows? You might come up with a cure. Either they could turn into zombies or they could just be human. Who knows?
It's yeah, crazier things have happened.
Right? You can make it a sci-fi instead of a horror movie at that point.
Yeah, yeah, that's one thing, it's kind of limiting what can happen. Like I'm a really big fan of time travel, but I always have to tell myself, nope, no, Jake, you can't put time travel in Clay Zombies. It
Right.
can't happen.
Well, clay zombies go to space. There you go.
Actually, you know what's funny? Uh, Dave
Mhm.
Ogrodowski, who plays Sheriff Locke, has been pitching that. He's like, Clay Zombies 3, Clay Zombies in space. I'm like,
Well, maybe I need to go text him and be like, "I'm all for it."
that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's
Find him on
where,
Instagram and be like, "I'm all for it." Tell Jake we need it to happen.
yeah. And he would agree, and then he'd probably get people to sign a petition, and then that's it's locked in. The third movie's already locked in. Haven't even done
Right?
the second one yet.
You could say Clay Zombies is taking over Mars or something.
Yeah, yeah. Clay Zombies on Pluto,
Yeah,
Mars. I don't know.
yeah, exactly. Well, you could go so many different ways, so many different directions with it, really.
Yeah, yeah. You could. There's lots of fun possibilities. Like you said.
Maybe I'll write you a small, like, little short thing and see what you think of it.
It sounds like fun. I look forward to reading your interpretation.
Yeah. But there'll be so much spelling errors because 'cause I'm dyslexic, you'd be like, "What the heck am I reading right now?" So,
Oh, you stop it. Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'll write you a little short and see what you think of it. There you go.
Okay.
Hey, it would be fun. I have wild imaginations. I should be a director myself or a writer, but I just don't have the time.
Well, in a way you are. You're directing your YouTube content and your shows, and you're directing what you review. I mean, there you go.
Well, I just review anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying. I'm trying to get more consistent, but I just review anything because nobody tells me what to review, so just review anything. But that's how I found your movie because you followed me on Instagram, and then I was like, "What is this movie?" And so I had to check it out, and then I messaged you. You're probably like, "Who's this weird person messaging me?"
No, it was cool. Uh, I mean, that's what what our director's hoping for is like someone watches their movie and thinks it's fun or interesting and then wants to talk about it. So like
Yeah, I
I
don't
was
know how long the movie was out when I messaged you.
it
Honest.
wasn't even really that long. I think maybe 4 months, maybe something like that. Four or
Oh,
five
okay,
months.
that's not too bad. Then I
Yeah.
found it like when it first kind of started, almost,
Yeah.
and it's been almost a year, I think now.
Yeah, I think that the Tubi anniversary is in like 20 days or 10 days. I forget.
You
I'll
got to
have to look that up.
celebrate that.
Yeah.
You got to
Excuse me. Yeah.
celebrate that because that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think what Tubi, you know, they're really cool platform for indie artists, and um, I think it's really cool and important for a big platform like them to give indie artists a chance. A lot of platforms never will. Hulu,
Right.
Netflix, Disney Plus.
Mhm.
They're
It took
never
forever
gonna.
for indie artists to go on there.
Yeah, they're never gonna put micro budget films or extremely low budget films on their platform. So the fact that Tubi
Mhm.
is making them accessible and for free, I think it's
Right.
really cool.
Do you get any revenue for it because it's free or anything like that?
I mean, I do, but it's
Or royalties, I should say, royalties?
you do, but it's not life changing. I've my I will say I'm still working my day job, obviously, so uh,
Right.
it's not enough to pay for the next film or anything like that. But yeah, you get a little something.
Well, that's good though. It's better than nothing,
Yeah, definitely better than nothing. That's for sure. Yeah,
right? Hey, who knows? You might be a blockbuster director one day. Who knows?
who
Could happen.
knows? That's always that's always a cool hope. I honestly just to stay in an indie film, but maybe get slightly higher budgets would be enough for me. I think
Right.
it's cool to be able. That's why a lot of these indie projects are cool because um, when they're able to keep the control, it's like different than a lot of the movies you see in the theater and stuff because you don't have executives who are like, well, you have to put this in the movie and cut that
Right.
because it'll make the movie sell better. So there's
Mhm.
there's benefits to both. Obviously, if you get to be a big time movie maker, you can work with like movie stars you've always wanted to work with your whole life, or
Right.
what
If you could, if
things
you
like that.
could, if you could put any of your favorite actors in Clay Zombies, who would you put in there?
You know, that's what's funny is Um, you know, getting Diane Franklin in the first one, like if I had to pick an actress, that's who I would have picked, just because I liked her so much in Better Off Dead and Bill and Ted and everything. Um, if I could get like another famous person, I think it'd be so fun to see, you know, like Bruce Campbell kill some clay zombies or something.
Right. It would be kind of cool to see him do that.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Um, but you know, there's a lot of cool actors from crazy movies I'd like to work with someday.
Right. Hey, that's good too. And your cast that you got for all the actors are pretty good as well.
Yeah, I love those guys, and I love working with them. And I think,
Did you like have them read the script, or how did you get them all to sign on to the movie?
yeah, yeah, usually, especially if an actor doesn't know who you are, that's like their first question, right? Like they want to see the script to make sure they are not trying to get them to star in something insane that they don't want
Mhm.
to do. Uh, so a lot of times I would um, I'd either meet these actors doing other local low budget films and then tell them my idea and send them the script, or some of the actors that I didn't meet but had saw in other short films and local film
Mhm.
festivals and stuff. I would just email them with the script and say, "Hey, I got this part. I've seen you in these other indie films around town. I think you'd be awesome for the part. What do you think?
Mhm.
Here's the script." And then most of the time, well, not I shouldn't say most of the time, but then sometimes you'd get an awesome answer where they'd be like, "Yeah, I think, this is quirky and
Mhm.
cool. I'll be in it." And then some people you never hear back from at all. And some people say they want to be in it, and then you never hear from them again after that. So you never you never know uh, what's going to happen um, when you're
Mhm.
trying to get actors on a project and things like that.
But that's awesome though that those people wanted to be part of the movie. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't really like to do the traditional casting where you put up like a casting call and
Mhm.
you see if people audition or whatever. I like to just kind of watch films and see actors I like and email
Mhm.
them and tell them I'd like to work with them. I just feel like that's a cooler process than rejecting a bunch of people, but that's
Right.
just me.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way because I'm like, if I find somebody and I'm like, oh, I want to interview them, I do the same thing. I either find them on Instagram or I email them.
Yeah.
I think it's a better way of doing it than trying to like say, hey, I have a YouTube channel. You want to come?
Right? Yeah. It's like you're getting the ball rolling a lot faster when you're getting things moving like that. So
Hmm.
that's smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Um.
once
What was that?
oh, and then yeah, once like everyone's set in the cast, um I like to usually try to have a table read. And
Hmm.
then when I was trying to get some things done during, 2020 and the height of COVID and everything, I would just try to do like the table read Zoom call, which I
Hmm.
think people might prefer just because they don't have to drive somewhere, or
Right.
and everybody can just hop on, do the table read, and then hop off, and they're still at home.
Hmm.
So
Right. Now, at least COVID's not a issue as much anymore, so it's easier probably now. But
yeah, definitely. I think everybody's excited to kind of start
mhm.
filming again without having to worry about or worry as much about people
Or
getting sick
wearing
and
masks
everything.
in the heat.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough, man.
I'm sure. I'm sure y'all were wearing masks in between takes and stuff. I'm sure.
Yeah, that was like I remember one we were like a blazing hot summer day, and I was getting overheated, and my buddy Justin in the movie was just like, "Dude," he's like, "Just take off your mask and stand over there, and you're gonna feel way better in like a minute." And I did. I took it off, and I was like, I cooled down, and then I put it back on, and yeah, it's the
Did you have
struggle was
everybody do
real.
COVID test when they were filming too?
Um, yeah, I mean, I everybody had there's like a survey I had, and people had to, you know,
Mhm.
uh, if people had COVID or had been around, obviously we didn't shoot things like that. Um, so yeah, we did all the safety stuff.
That's really good. Yeah. That's like that movie, Disney movie Raya. They also had COVID, so all the Disney animators did all the animation at home for it.
Oh wow, wow,
Yeah.
that'd be cool. Animate from home. That's that's cool.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. That's a little tidbit that Raya and the Last Dragon, I don't know if you've seen it yet. It's on Disney Plus, but that's one of the movies that came out during COVID and they had to the animators had to animate it at home.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Animation like that is so cool. I mean, I know how to do stop motion, but
Would
when
you
I
ever
get to
get into animation like that?
no, no, I don't know how to do like the traditional animation, or like even the cool stuff I get to see where people use like CG animation and animate the 3D models and stuff. I think all that's really cool. Excuse me. I
Right.
started to teach myself a little bit of that stuff,
Mhm.
but I was just so busy making the Clay Zombies movies and stuff that I was like, well, I'm spending all
Right.
this time trying to learn 3D, and
Mhm.
movie's never going to get done if I keep trying to learn 3D. So I just had to.
Well, stop motion I think is one of the very unique genres of movies anyway.
Yeah, it is, and I just really like the fact that it's like for a lack of a better word, it's like tactile. Like you look at it and you could touch it. It was a real thing,
Mhm.
kind of like in the '80s movies when people wear like the rubber monster suits and things like that. You look at that and
Right.
you're like, that's something I could touch. Like that's really cool. So
Mhm. And I'm sure it's a fun process. I'm sure if you're stressed out and you just start making the clay zombie, I'm sure you feel better.
yeah, sometimes it can be kind of cathartic to like make the zombie and then like slowly separate their head because it's being shot off or shot with a
Mhm.
shotgun or something.
I'm sure it helps with stress a little bit.
It's definitely calming. You can put on some 80s tunes or whatever music you like and just kind of get into a zen place, move
Mhm.
something a little bit, click a
Right.
picture, move it
Mhm.
a little bit, click a picture. Uh, it
What would you tell somebody if they're starting to get into the indie world and wanting to make a movie like you did? What would you tell them?
um, I would tell them to make exactly what they want to make because if they make what they think people want to see or what they think will do well, and then they work on the film, which takes a
Mhm.
long time. Like I think the fastest you can really make a movie is a year and a half. I mean that, and I think that's even really fast. So
Mhm.
you would at minimum spend a year and a half of your life on this film, and you've made something that you think people want to see or you think will sell, and if it doesn't do well, and if you're not happy with it because you just made it because you think other people would like it or would sell well, you'll just kind of regret it.
Mhm.
um like, so I think you just make something true to yourself that you really like and you think people would enjoy, or people like you would enjoy, that there isn't enough of out there. Like, I knew Clay Zombies wasn't like this mainstream thing everybody would want to see, but or like, like a lot of cool movies are established, like, lots of people like werewolf movies or, or zombie movies or vampire movies. And
Mhm.
mine's kind of like this weird thing, but it's like what I wanted to make. I wanted to make this goofy thing with these goofy clay zombies. And um, so I'm really happy with it, despite, whatever may happen with it. So I want people to just have that joy of making their movie and then being like, yes, I made this movie that I'm happy with and it's what I wanted to make. Now, obviously, you want to keep the audience in mind, and you want everyone to watch the movie and like it, and that's great to consider too. But just don't make a movie catering to people. So that's kind of my
Mhm.
long answer.
Right, I know I put you on spot on that one.
Yeah, I think I could have said that in a shorter way, but I hope that helps somebody.
It's
And
okay. I'm sure they get the what you're saying. Um but yeah, I agree with you. I think people should do what they want versus like what somebody tells them they want to do.
yeah,
I agree with you. Because I do watch a lot of films, and some films you could just tell that they didn't want to make it because the studio's making them make it.
yeah, and it's really hard work. It is really hard work, and you know, after you make it, I get to meet really cool people like you, and then I also meet not so cool people who, so
Hey, if I see one of those comments, a killer will come out, and I will tell them what's wrong with you. Killer will come out. A killer will come
it,
out.
it's just how it is. I mean, I've seen other indie movies that I just think are awesome, and like Velocipaster. I love
Mm.
that movie. I've watched it at least 4 times, and
Oh yeah, I like that
people will
movie
give
too.
it like a half a star or 1 star, and to me, it's 5 stars, easy.
Right.
But other people, so I think indie movies, people just, tend to be
Mhm.
harsh sometimes, but
Right.
it's just the name of the game. But
Well, if I ever see it and it's your movie, guess what? I'm gonna tell those people off. Be like, "What's wrong with you?"
oh, it's just like their opinion, man. You know,
I know.
like
But if it was a really really mean comment, I would totally say something.
that's not, yeah, that's nice of you,
Well, no,
but
you don't
yeah,
come after my
I just
friends.
I think it's cool. I think if people want to make a movie, I think they should, and especially if it's like something new I haven't seen before. I'd like to see. I made a movie mixing stop motion and live action because I miss that stuff.
Mhm.
I'm hoping more people will,
It's a
even if
unique
it's,
genre.
yeah, and I hope more people
I
start
think
doing
it's an
it.
underdog genre, very underrated.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for saying. Yeah, and I'm just hoping it comes back. I'm hoping that because I do. I think CG's awesome, and I like all that stuff, but I really would like to see some new cool movies with some more stop motion in it, and
Right.
it'd be cool.
I agree with you. All right, guys, I'm gonna let Jake go. Is there anything else you want to promote? Or anything that you're doing? 'Cause-
Well, thank you, Katie, for AKA K-pop on popping the popcorn, for having me back on,
You're
and I had
welcome.
a blast. And yeah, if people wouldn't mind checking out Clay Zombies
Go check it
on
out. It's on Tubi.
Tubi, or if you wouldn't mind checking out a Blu-ray, that'd be awesome. And just give me a shout out, say hi, come say hi. And coming this December, I am working on a Clay Zombies Christmas. Don't touch the clay for a happy holiday, and I'll let everyone know when the date of that is. I'll have all the news on my Instagram, Clay Zombies on Instagram, and I have a website, clayzombies.com, where you can order the Blu-ray, and I have links of where you can stream the movie, and I've got a page about the Christmas special, and I'll have updates there, and I've got still frames on the website. So uh,
And
that's
I will also link all your stuff down below so people can get hold of you as well.
awesome. Yeah, thank you, and yeah.
You're
So
very
that's all
welcome.
I.
Thanks for coming on and listening to me making you laugh.
No, I had a blast, Kate, and thank you for inviting me back on. I had a lot of fun,
You're
and
welcome.
we'll have to do it again. If I
Of
can come back,
course.
we'll have to do another one for either my movie or Velocipaster 2 or whatever.
Sure. You can come back. You're a good friend, so you're always welcome anytime. Have a great night, everybody. Love you all. Bye.